Alright guys, so before we get into this story, I would just like to point out the fact that the reason I haven't been uploading recently is because I was looking for a new mic to hopefully have better sound quality to do commentary videos with, which ended up being a fail because I did buy a really nice mic, but while recording, it sounds like a fucking FM radio, so yeah, I kind of had to go back to my older mic, which it sucks because this mic has a lot of mic cracks, which you'll notice a lot or if you've already noticed it, which again guys, bear with me on that for the time being. I'm trying to get better sound quality, but yeah, let's get into this. Okay, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you can agree with me when I say that 2016 has been a really shitty year. I mean, there's no hiding that. It's pretty plain fucking obvious, but hey, look at it this way. We're at the end of it. We finally made it at the end of fucking 2016. And I mean, let's think about 2017 compared to 2016. I mean, how bad can 2017 be? I mean, it's shit. But yeah, this story is going to involve a grown man trying to delete my YouTube channel in a way and get me and my friend's asses handed to us by the school board. And it's just this huge shit that happened over the course of like a week. And it's gonna be a pretty, I'd say it's gonna be a pretty entertaining story. So yeah, like the video if you guys like the video, the story, and yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's get into this fucking gym of a story. So if you stuck with my channel for a while, you would know that I used to be a gaming channel. Yeah, I know. And let me say, it was shit. I would usually get about 2 uploads a day, which for me at the time was a very big thing because I still had school going on and all this shit in my life. But I would still get those videos in, steal a couple thumbnails, and get my 2 cents off of ad revenue. And boom, there you go. I got my fucking living. And admirably, like I said, the videos were shit. So a while back, I'd say about 2 months ago, I actually deleted practically almost all of the videos. There's a couple I left behind because, just why the fuck not? You can go check them out if you want and see how shitty they were for yourself. But yeah, basically, I deleted almost all these videos. But this story does take place when I was making these videos. So I'd say this takes place around late April, early May to mid-May, and then to end May. So basically it's April and May. And so, yes, let us get right into this shit. Okay, so in my last life story, I believe it was my last, I talked about how I used to have this girlfriend when I was about 12 years old. And I was talking about the story with her at Comic-Con and the creepy dude. Well, at this point, I was already broken up with her, and her father really didn't like me. And there's been no reason for this. He never liked me in the first place. I've just kind of accepted it, stay away from him and shit. But this was a whole new level. Okay, so like I mentioned before, I used to put 2 uploads a day, so of course I had a shit ton of videos. I still used to do life stories back then though, except my life wasn't very interesting until I had to remember all my life stories, so I usually got all my friends to my life stories for me. And those are all still up if you want to go check them out. I will... you can just go to my playlist and find my life stories and just, keep going down and you'll find them. But a couple of them, were just with my friends from school. We said some things, it was stupid, but you'll see where I'm going in a second. So, this girl, my ex-girlfriend, right? We still cared about her as a friend. Me and my friends, we still cared about her as a friend. But one day she started dating this douchebag that we practically all hated, and she didn't realize he was a douchebag, even though it was plainly fucking obvious. But, whatever for her, But we figured out, like, oh shit, something's gonna happen. He's gonna eventually hurt her. Not physically, but, emotionally just fuck her up or some shit. So we keep telling her, like, hey, watch out, you might not want to date this guy. We're just warning you. The best thing to do would just be not with him. She never listened to us, So one day I finally get the courage where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna message her. So I keep messaging her this string of messages telling her, like, hey, we care about you. You're our friend. We don't want you to get hurt, just, stay wary of this guy you're dating, right? Well, here's what happens. I have no idea how, but somehow she took the messages as me saying, hey, I'm telling you what to do. We don't care about you. Stay away from this fucker. God damn you. And just trying to offend her, and supposedly I was hurting her feelings, and it was just a weird fiasco that to this day I don't fully fucking understand. But supposedly what happened was she, quote unquote, she she was crying on her bed with her phone face up with the messages showing on it, which I highly doubt that just happens. But supposedly what happens next is her father walks in, which, well, fuck, He supposedly finds the phone, reads the messages, has the same mindset as, oh shit, he is, trying to hurt my daughter, so therefore my actions in the future will be justified. And you'll see what I mean by that. So he asks her, like, doesn't this guy here have some kind of social media or YouTube? And she says, yeah, but I don't remember what it is. He fucking finds my YouTube channel, and I don't know how the hell he did it. I'm not gonna ask how he did it, but it fucking happened, and he basically watched a bunch of my fucking videos, which, that's kind of fucking creepy, And supposedly, while he was going through my videos, he found some, quote-unquote, incriminating shit. Now, what I mean by that is, in one of my videos, we have a friend who I'm not going to disclose her name. We'll call her Stephanie. And my friend who have made videos before, Lone Wolf, his name's Christian, he accidentally called Stephanie a bitch. And obviously he didn't mean it. Stephanie knew it was a joke and everything. It was all cool. But he found the video, found that one little clip, and he was threatening to show it to Stephanie's parents. And what the fuck, man? And her parents probably would not take kindly to that. So that was really fucked up. And another thing that he found as quote unquote incriminating shit was me and Christian, Lone Wolf, and some of the life stories said that we go to a school, that we go to a physical school that exists, and we have a principal that whom Christian does not like very much. Well, didn't give any names. We didn't say where we live, the name of the school, name of the principal for that fact. And he, as a justified member of the school board, thinks to himself, hey, I am going to take this that has no information about any of this shit besides the fact that you actually go to a school which is required of, youths your age, that I'm going to take this to the rest of the school board and get you fucking suspended. Now here's the weird part. This was the last week of school. What the fuck is the point of getting suspended in the last week of school? He had some kind of just fucked up mentality, right? I have no idea. And there's also a video of my friend Michael, aka Dropping the Hammer, where he talked about he accidentally had a weed brownie once, and his parents do not know about this, and his parents don't even know I have a YouTube channel. So it was cool that we put it on my channel, right? It's still up. It's again in my playlists. I'll probably put it in the description, most likely, but yeah. So he was fucking scared that he'd find that video, which I don't blame him, because his parents could easily get the information from the video from her dad. But thankfully that he probably didn't know that Michael's online name was Dropping the Hammer, which, thank God, So, that's good for him, but it really jacked me up because my ex-girlfriend, who we'll call Jennifer, so she comes back a couple days later, or at least she tries to make contact with us, and she's sitting over with Stephanie, and I'm over here with a Michael across, and we're outside of her school. And so Stephanie calls over to me and says, hey, can you come over here? Jennifer might want to talk to you. And at this point, Michael has a deep, deep hatred for Jennifer, especially for her father, because he considers me as his best friend, and considering the way that he fucking wanted to just, get rid of my YouTube channel and all this shit. And the fact that he could have gotten in trouble, he has a deep burning passion of hate for the both of them, which I'm not even really going to get into. You know, you get the point. But so he's already there clenching his fists, telling me he ain't getting 20 feet of perimeter close to her. He's not getting anywhere close to fucking Jennifer. So I'm like, okay, you stay here. I'm gonna go talk to Stephanie and see what Jennifer wants. So I walk over to them, and the first thing that Jennifer says is, I want an apology. I'm like, an apology for what? And she's like, oh, you know, the way you treated me and the shit you said over those text messages. And I don't remember if I really said anything, but in my mind, I was definitely like, the fuck do you mean? I was telling you we care about you and that you're our friend and we don't want you to get hurt. And that deserves an apology? I'm sorry, what kind of fucked up wonderland are you living in your head where bullshit like that can get a pass? You know what? I was completely over that shit. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm sorry. She's like, say it again. Because, you know, she thought I was being sarcastic. Like, okay, you know what? Look, I'm sorry. So she accepted it. And then she started to go on and telling me about how her father found these videos and he was going to report them. So for some reason, Jennifer had a change of heart and decided to tell me this shit so I wouldn't get in trouble, which, thank you. You know, I mean, you were still being pretty stupid dating that guy, but at least thank you for saving my ass. You know, I at least have to say that. So when I found that out, it was just an oh shit moment. So I decided to go tell Michael. I'm like, hey, we're about to get our asses handed to us by the school board. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, so Jennifer's dad kind of like went through my channel, found these videos, and kind of want to report us. It's like, are you fucking serious? And I'm like, dude, look, Jennifer didn't mention anything about finding your weed brownie story, so you're safe. But as far as me and Christian go, we are fucked. And of course, Michael, he's always on my side, which, God bless you, man. So he obviously was, you know, sticking with us, saying, oh, this is bullshit, you know, this isn't right. Which, in all agreement, it really fucking wasn't. But the saddest thing to me was, I had to end up deleting these videos, and that kind of came to the conclusion because Jennifer said that her father was going to save these videos, apparently on a USB port, and bring them to the school board the next day. So I had who knows how many hours to delete these videos, and it really fucking was sad because these videos were some of my best videos. Because there's a fucking life story about how Christian for a short time was getting bullied by a fucking 5th grader and just a bunch of hilarious shit, and everyone saw that video and thought it was hilarious, you know. And I personally love that video, but someone's dickhead father had to be like, oh, you called someone a bitch, I'ma go tell their parents, and you mentioned you go to a school that physically exists, so fuck you. And here's another part. He obviously doesn't want his daughter's name in any of the videos, right? You don't want her to mention her and not say anything about her, right? Well, in this story about Christian getting beat up by a 5th grader, we mentioned her name. I mean, we mentioned her name. We didn't say anything about her, anything about her personality, anything she did. We weren't judging her, criticizing her, talking about her. All we said was, yeah, so as we were running and shit, we saw Jennifer, and she was running and hiding and just, you know, did this shit, right? We just mentioned her. You know, didn't say anything about her. No one knows who she is. There's like fucking millions of people with the same name throughout the world. It makes no fucking sense. And he wanted to call bullshit on us for that too. He wanted us to get rid of the video because we put his daughter in it, and we technically didn't. And it was just this whole, you know, fucking bullshit case. And so yeah, I ended up having to delete the videos, and it was just this whole bullshit thing. Because this guy actually, you know, we thought about it for a while. He was going to bring our videos to the school board, get suspended, and the school board would have made me delete my channel. And I know that for a fact. So this guy basically tried to get my videos deleted along with my channel. You know, the one thing that I actually was proud of, despite my shitty amount of subscribers, which I fucking don't even have 50 yet, but I don't give a shit about that. And it blows my mind how this guy could be such a fucking dickhead trying to delete my channel basically, when all I did was tell his daughter that we care about her as a friend and didn't want her to get hurt. Here's the fucked up thing. I always was a cool guy, right? Never did anything bad to him, and he hated me when I was dating Jennifer. But when this douchebag starts dating her, and he's obviously a douchebag, like in everything he does, right? He approves. He approves of him. Just whatever, right? So I delete the videos. I go to school the next day, and Jennifer walks up to me and Michael, and I think Stephanie was there, and tells us that, hey, so my father was looking for your videos last night and couldn't find them. So I'm guessing you deleted them in time. And I said, yeah, I deleted them in time. She's like, yeah, he was pretty pissed about that. I was like, pissed about it? And he's like, yeah, because he really wanted those videos to show the school board. And I'm like, are you serious? This guy just fucking bloodthirsty for me? Like, what the fuck? She's like, yeah, well, my mom said, well, it's a good thing that he deleted the videos. And he was just kind of being a little whiny bitch about it. I'm like, whatever. As long as the videos are gone and this guy didn't get a hold of them, I'm fine with deleting them, even though some of my best content, for the time at least, they were still shitty videos. I'll probably get those videos recorded again at some point, hopefully. But yeah, everything kind of went as normal. Every time we saw him, especially at my graduation, he kind of just gave me a death stare every now and then, and Michael death stared the fuck out of him. Because he told me that every time Jennifer's dad would look over towards us, because he would look towards us a lot, and I'm guessing he was looking for me. He told me he would just death stare the hell out of him, which I fucking support you for doing that, Michael. He fucking deserves to get death stared down, but whatever. And if you're watching this video, this is my opinion on the whole story. There might be more sides to it. But, yeah, don't try and get this video taken down. It's the internet. I mean, and here's another thing that pissed me off. I had no association with this man. I was not dating his daughter. I was not his son. I was not related to him. I had no correlation with him. And he wanted to sit here and harass a couple 14-year-olds. Which, dude, just fuck off. Like, I am sorry, but Jesus. And it was just really a really shitty situation. And I'm sorry I'm rambling on for the last 5 minutes about it. But hopefully you guys can sympathize with what I'm feeling. And hopefully, well, not hopefully, but if you guys have run into anybody like this, put that story in the description. Because I would love to read that and possibly get a shout out in my next video. But anyway, yeah, so the next couple of weeks go by fine. It's summer. I'm happy. We find out that Jennifer broke up with this guy, which, you know what? Good for her, right? I don't really keep up with her that much anymore, because honestly, I really don't care to, and I really don't care to keep up with her father either. That's the last thing I want to do. So, yeah, me and my friends just kind of stay away from all that, and the thing that sucks is when I'm moving soon, and I have to move next to them, which, Godspeed to me, but anyway, thank you guys for watching and listening. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Happy 2017, y'all. And I will see you guys in the next video.